I'm going out, I gotta go. I'll bang a rang on the radio. So turn it up, I'm telling you. I think I'm ready for something new. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.
I'm Noelle, the host of Pop Punk and Pizza, and today I'm joined by Jaap and Jasper of After Elmer. So, how are you guys?
Yeah, doing
Hey,
fine.
thanks. We're fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's freezing outside, but I'm hanging in there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
there also snow?
There's no snow yet, but there's been like some flurries lately, but it's just like freezing. But
yeah,
yeah,
same
so
here, same here.
Yeah, same
so
here.
tell us where you're from and what your roles in the band are, like what instruments you play.
Jasper?
We're After Elmer. We're a band from Rotterdam, from the Netherlands. My name is Jasper, and I play guitar.
And my name is Jaap, and I play bass guitar and I do the lead vocals in After Elmer.
Cool. Yeah, you don't usually see that where there's like the lead singer plays bass. Like usually they play guitar or something, but that's cool. Do you think it's harder to play bass and sing at the same time rather than play guitar and sing?
Well, I can't really tell because I've always played bass
Okay.
and never guitar. So when I started playing bass, I was making music with this other friend of mine, and he would sing and play guitar. So I started to play the bass because, well, then you need both in the band.
Yeah.
And when that ended, I never had like the ambition to pick up a guitar. I just kept playing bass, but I wanted to also sing, so it just kind of grew together to what it is now. But there are some amazing bass players who sing.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of Tyson Ritter from the All American Rejects, who's a bass player,
Oh yeah.
and oh yeah,
Mark
like
Hoppus.
Mark Hoppus,
Yeah.
and well, yeah, throw Paul McCartney in there as well. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Tyler
there
Joseph,
are
21 Pilots.
yeah, for
Oh yeah,
example.
definitely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we're I'm not alone in this.
Yeah. That's really cool. So you released your new single When We Break in October. Can you talk about what that song is about and what the lyrics mean to you?
I think Jasper is the man for this question.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the song is about those times when you have the feeling that people aren't listening to you, even though you have something to say, but then you get ignored when you say something.
Mhm.
That's actually, to summarize it, that's the whole vibe.
Okay.
It started all out with playing guitar, just goofing around, and then all of a sudden we got that intro riffy thing.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, that was the initial idea, and after that we developed it into a full song.
Cool. Yeah, that's a very relatable topic, I feel like. So the band started in 2018, right? And so how did you guys meet and decide to start making music together?
This one's
Um,
for Jaap.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, the band started in 2018, and when it started, I would make music with my two brothers, Peter and Thomas, who are also in the band.
Okay.
And we all came from different bands. We had been playing in bands for a couple of years, and more or less within the same year and a half, all those bands like stopped playing or decided to call it quits. And I really wanted to give like being in a popping band one more last serious try. So I would make music with them. and that really worked. And but we missed like that extra. Yeah, we just missed something in the band, and very quick we decided we needed another guitar player. And luckily in Holland there is like this. I think it was described earlier as sort of musicians Craigslist, where you can put your question for a certain type of musician for your band, and those musicians would react. So we put out an ad on that platform for another guitarist, and luckily Jasper responded. And after we had some beers with each other, it really clicked, and it's been the four of us ever since.
Awesome. So how did you come up with your band name?
Am I passing it to you, Jasper? Or...
No, you can tell it.
Oh, okay, all right. It's it's kind of I don't know if it's a joke, but we started the band with the three brothers, as I just told, and we wanted to call the band something that the three of us would relate to. And since we're brothers, we spend a lot of time of our youths living in the same house, and having things in common. So we would like throw around some ideas for a name, and we landed on the topic of the kids who would live in our neighborhood. And one of those kids was named Elmer, and it was like a bit of a, well, we were like rivals, but he was like from the other street. So there's like when you're little, there is some sort of rivalry, but not seriously. And that kid was named Elmer, and we would chase him, he would chase us, and so that was like what was going on. So the words after Elmer, they came up pretty quick, and so the band name is kind of called after him. And after we decided on that, we just like, wait a minute, the name of the guy was like totally different, but this sounds good, this works, we'll stick with this.
So he actually had a different name?
Yeah, he had a different name, so
okay.
But well, so now Elmer is just like this not an existing figure anymore.
Okay. That's funny. So what was the process like of recording your debut EP, Look Alive? Because you did that in 2020 when like the pandemic was in full force. So how did you deal with that and like the promotion of that?
Jasper, can you?
Yeah, well, we wrote those songs, we got into the studio, we recorded it, like promotion wise. Yeah, we only did it by email actually, I
Okay.
guess, right? We didn't really do, well, we made a music video, but that was with a location from someone we know.
Mhm.
But yeah, really promoting it. I don't think that we really did that when we had the EP. We only did it by email, but not with podcasts, not with playlists.
Yeah.
That's promotion stuff came later.
Okay. Yeah. Because it seems like it was like a really hard time to, get your music out there because everything was shut down and you can't really like do shows or anything. So, your new singles, you got help from Tom Prendergast of Barry Tomorrow. So how did that come about and what was it like working with him?
Well, we had this studio engineer. He's called Stijn Donders. He had this connection with Tom. So he got us in contact with him. What happened was that we made a production with Stijn. And Stijn came up with the idea with adding some violins, some cool violins, and he said, "Well, maybe Tom can do that." And well, we were like, "Yeah, that would be awesome, sure." So he sent it to Tom. Tom did with it what he did, what you can hear on the record.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were all looking at each other. We thought, oh, this is awesome, man. So we didn't really get to see or speak with Tom,
Okay.
um, but we got to use his expertise.
Yeah. That's so
So
cool.
that was awesome.
Yeah. So, what is the music scene like in the Netherlands? Like, are there many pop punk bands there, or is it kind of like not as many?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think, and it probably is for the case for a lot more countries. I think the genre is still very much alive.
Okay.
And when we started with the band, I didn't know as many popping bands in the Netherlands as we do now.
Hmm.
Um, I think the more you move into that direction, the more people will reach out, the more other bands will hear something from you and will go like, hey, let's do a show together. Um, but I must say, and I can't base this on like actual numbers, but it feels like the last couple of years there are like more bands are trying to do bigger stuff, more stuff, are really putting themselves out there more than they would like be doing in like 5 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, so it might be like a result of bands like Blink returning and like what's
Yeah.
happening on a more global scale. But yeah, the scene is very much alike and alive, and I think what you put into it, you'll get back
Yeah.
from the people, because there is willpower to do a lot of things, um, and yeah, I think every band, everyone in the scene is really like wanting to go for it.
Hmm. Well, that's good to hear. Like, I'm glad that, it's also alive in other countries as well. That's cool. So,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
go
When we
ahead.
started, we were thinking, wow, we're two popping bands in Holland, you know.
Yeah.
But after you dig deeper and you get in touch with the local scene, you find out there are much more. And yeah, we met some cool people by that. So that's
Cool.
very nice.
Yeah. So, do you plan on playing any shows in the US anytime in the future?
Would
Well,
love to.
we'd love to. We,
Yeah.
we don't have anything scheduled yet. But I think we've only played shows within the Netherlands, and we'd really love to like go to Germany or Belgium. I think
Mhm.
getting our music over the border in which way would be amazing, and playing in the US, I think you already have like great tours. I saw the Real
Yeah.
Friends Knucklepuck
Oh,
tour
yeah.
poster a couple of days ago. Um, why do you want us if you have them? um, no, but it would be awesome. It would be great. But like
Yeah.
going over the borders of the Netherlands would be awesome in this stage of the band already.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be really cool. So, how would you describe your sound, like your music?
Well,
Well, like band wise, it's a mixture of Blink-182, All Time Low, and Yellow Card, I think.
yeah, well, Jasper, you came with the yellow card thing not too long ago, and I thought that was really spot on. I always think of our sound as the melodies are pretty bold. I mean, we
Mhm.
love to like freak around with guitars and solos and riffs and stuff like that. But I think like the core melodies also have some they're not too easy, you know? They're not too cliche.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm hurting with this, but I always love to do something with like not a too complex melody, but that still surprises you.
Yeah.
And I think building from the on top of that really makes the After Elmer sound, I think.
Yeah. And all those bands you mentioned, I really like. And I think you kind of, from what I've heard, you definitely incorporate their sound into your music. So that's cool.
Oh,
Nice.
thanks.
Thanks.
Do you have any like jobs or hobbies outside of making music?
Yeah, I have a job. I am an yeah, I don't know if it's the right word, but I'm an anesthesia nurse. So I'm working
Okay.
at the OR in the hospital.
Yeah.
And for hobbies, I like working out, well, playing guitar, but you already mentioned that.
Yeah.
Writing songs. Yeah, that's it, I guess,
Cool.
for me. While doing fun things with friends, eating, but everybody loves that. So
Yeah.
Um, I just started a new job, which is at a national TV sender. Jasper, how do you say that? National TV
channel,
channel. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is on the more online side of things,
Okay.
which is really nice. I've been working there for a month now, and it's really cool. And
Cool.
well, I'm a big nerd sometimes. I love games, so
Yeah.
I like to game a lot. I went to my first Comic-Con not too long ago,
Oh, nice.
so that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Comic-Con,
That's
but
really
I really want to go someday.
oh it was a good vibe. It was really fun.
Cool. So, how long have you been touring for?
Like playing shows,
Yeah.
just yeah, because yeah, I think maybe it's just like how the Dutch scene is at the moment, or how our level bands are doing it. It's just like we live from show to show. Um,
Hmm.
I think early 2019 we played our first show. I think we first did a couple of shows with the three of us, and then Jasper joined.
Okay.
Um, and well, with COVID and all, we had like 1 year we played pretty much nothing, but
Yeah.
a couple of like live stream gigs, which was fun and a really good way to like get through the time. But I don't really count those shows.
Yeah.
No,
um,
it's not really touring for us actually. It's just
no,
playing a gig, get home,
play another
puke,
gig.
play another gig,
Yeah.
maybe a month later,
uh,
get home.
yeah,
That's our touring life.
Okay. So have there been any challenges or like weird things that have happened when you were like playing shows or like even when you were recording?
Well, at our last show, that was in Gouda. I think you guys pronounce it Gouda, like the
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah.
Um, there was this gig that we had. Then all of a sudden, my coworkers were there, and
mhm.
they got me like a tidy whitey grandma underwear, and they threw it at me. That was that was kind of crazy. That's the most craziest thing that
That's
I
so
had
funny.
with the
That's so
gig.
random.
But
Yeah, that
it
was
also had
really
like,
random. I loved it. I loved that that happened.
did it had like brown stains on it as well?
Ew.
No, it had a lipstick kiss.
Oh, lipstick kiss. Oh,
Yeah.
because I was today I was editing some footage for a little recap post,
Mhm.
and then I saw that video again of you like catching that Taiwadi, and the quality of the camera was so bad that I couldn't see what the spot was on it, and so I thought they had like
Oh
something
no.
brown smeared on it, and but it was lipstick.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it
That was
was
really
lipstick.
cool.
that's
Yeah,
And maybe
hilarious.
something brown, but it didn't really
yeah.
occur to me.
Somebody secretly used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
There was a fun show. We had like, I think, like going back to connecting with other bands. We played with three bands on that night.
mhm.
And there was one other band also from Rotterdam, our hometown, which would play, but had to pull out at the last minute because their drummer was badly injured. But the
Yeah.
singer still showed up. So we had him sing one of the verses of one of our songs on stage, and like that was a moment which was it might have been like 30 seconds, and it was gone before you knew it. But I think stuff like that is what bands need to be doing right now, like making connections and have moments like those
Yeah.
to get like a more tight-knit scene, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And what is your songwriting process? Like, do you usually write the lyrics first, or do you write the music first? How does it usually go?
Well, for me, I find it more convenient to write music first, because I have some sort of I have some sort of landscape in which I can fit in the lyrics. I find
Yeah.
that more convenient. Um, I've written songs where you do it otherwise, that you come up with lyrics first, but that's much more difficult, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I do a little bit the same. I don't know. I think with every song it changes. Um, it might be fun to mention the way that we wrote the singles that we put out last year. I think it was early 2021, and we gave everyone the assignment to like write and record 5 demos. So we would end up with
Mm-hmm.
20 demos, and we picked
Okay.
4 songs out of those demos just to like work on with the 4 of us. So if you listen to what the demo sounded like, in some cases, it's like really, really big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a really interesting process. For me personally, it didn't work as good as it might have worked for some of the other people in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some things were very rushed, and I didn't have time to think about the lyrics all too well, and that's fine because you learn a lot from those things. Jasper
Yeah.
said, "Well, songwriting is a numbers game. You need to do it like 100 times before you hit that spot."
Right.
But how I usually do it is like I have a lyric in my head for maybe a week or a week and a half, and I'll just sit down and I write melodies on my bass guitar, which isn't ideal, but it works. And I play around with the lyrics and the sound that way, and yeah, that's works for me. I think maybe for some other people it would be
Okay.
like really handicapped to have a bass as a bass instrument, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. So, if you could collaborate with any artist or band, who would it be?
Ooh, um, I think it would be State Champs for me.
Okay.
I think they're so cool.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's a good choice. How about you?
mm, I think I answer this question different every time I get it. But I think a safe choice for me would be the band You, Me, and Everyone We Know.
Okay.
I don't know if you know them. Yeah, you know them?
I haven't heard of them
Oh
before.
no. Oh, okay, okay. Well, they're a really cool band. They've been around for a really long time. And they put out a record last year after they went on hiatus for a couple of years. And what I like about it, it's yeah, well, alternative rock, maybe not
Yeah.
really pop punk, but really, really close.
Okay.
And their singer is, I love the way how he is really reflective on himself. Like he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't spare himself or the people in the world around him. And like something about that bluntness and the way he's a really smart songwriter in in describing things. And
Cool.
I really admire that.
Yeah, I'll have to check them out. They sound cool.
For sure, yes.
So, is there any like specific guitars or basses that you like to use for shows or recording that you really like? Like, what kinds do you use?
Well, my number one go-to when it comes to guitar would be my Les Paul.
Okay.
I love how long the sustain is when you hit a string,
Yeah.
and well, the sound goes on and on and on, and I love that. And I like how the lower tones uh, come out of it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's my number one go-to guitar. I love it.
Cool. Yeah, I have a Les Paul too. It's like an Epiphone Les Paul
Oh,
custom.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, same for me.
So
I
yeah.
have the exact same
Oh, cool.
guitar.
That's
And what
awesome.
do you have Sunburst too?
No, mine's white.
Oh, that's nice. With the black accessories, right?
No, it's like gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh wow,
awesome.
nice.
Oh, golden pickups, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I got it
Cool.
because Frank
Nice.
Iero from My Chemical Romance had that guitar.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I thought it
For
was
how
really
long do you
cool.
play?
Oh, about a year.
Nice. How's
In
it
a band
going?
or?
No, just I'm still taking lessons. I don't think I'm good
Okay,
enough
nice.
yet to be in a band, but maybe someday.
Awesome. Let us know if you get a band.
Put
For
put
sure.
anything out, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So are there any specific record labels you'd like to be signed to in the future?
Oof.
Um, yeah. Well, a really big dream, but that would be like
Hopeless.
that would never happen, but
Oh.
that would be hopeless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for the short term, we would like to get signed maybe by White Russian. I'm looking to Jaap.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's a label in the Netherlands who have some really nice nice artists under them. Yeah, I've listened to anything that a Hopeless record has put out. Like from 2010 to 2015, I think they had like really good records. I haven't checked them out recently, so I don't know which artists are with them and which have left. But
Okay.
me neither.
I would say like Pure Noise Records is also like
Hmm.
this. They have like awesome artists right now. Also Sharp Tone Records, I think, like like the bands that I find cool are like shifting more to those two labels.
Hmm.
And so the Hopeless and Fearless era is a little bit over, I think, or I haven't checked them in too long.
Hmm. All right. So, what is your favorite song that you've released so far?
Well,
Mine is Skyline.
Okay,
all right.
that's a good one.
That's because yeah, it's upbeat. It's a little bit in your face, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's energetic, and I love that. I like that in the song. I also think that the lyrics, or actually the melody, is quite catchy, and that's what I like when I listen to songs.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think well, the songs that we released this year, the three singles, are I think by far the better songs from the band.
Hmm.
I don't know, it changes every day. But I think Skyline and When We Break are like the two that uh yeah, that I think are the best from us. I love the way how
Cool.
When We Break like builds up, and I hear that from a lot of people that that's why they like the song so much. It has like these two sides, and
Yeah.
Skyline is like in your face all the way, and it's like big and almost a little bit maybe okay, yeah, maybe a little bit 30 Seconds to Mars is ish in like how
Yeah.
big it wants to be. So that was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, are you planning on releasing an album anytime soon?
Ooh.
No, not an album. No,
Okay. Any
but
Yeah,
EPs
it's
maybe
or
we've got
anything?
something. Maybe we've got something cooking.
Okay.
maybe we've got something cooking. Yeah, well, the topic of what we're doing next, we have been talking about that from time to time, and
Yeah.
yeah, an album is great, but it's like this really big piece of work which you would take like a year and a half to work on and just be off the
Yeah.
radar, and that might be not too might be not the right time in our career to
Yeah.
to do that right now.
Yeah, it's
So
definitely
maybe
a lot of work.
yeah, it's a lot of work, and we just love nerding on one song and like perfecting it and putting it out, and it's a lot faster, and maybe that's what our band is about right now.
Yeah. Cool. So I don't know if you guys usually eat pizza in the Netherlands, if at all, but do you have a favorite kind of pizza?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite
I
kind?
Yeah, you first, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I am a pizza fungi man, so with mushrooms on top.
Okay.
But only if I'm at like a pizza place. We
Interesting.
uh, um,
He's so
unfortunately we also have a deep frozen pizza in the Netherlands, and then yeah, I think with we have a lot of salami pizzas here.
Mhm.
But no, at like a real good Italian pizza place, I will go for the fungi.
Okay. How about you?
yeah, for me it's just the old plain pizza salami.
Yeah.
You have those pizzas with 60,000 ingredients,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like it just
Just keep it simple.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes simple is better.
And you?
Personally,
Yeah.
I like margarita pizza, like with the tomatoes and cheese
Oh
and
yeah,
just,
yeah.
yeah. I don't really like meat on my pizza. But that's just me.
That's okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is your next show?
It's the 7th of January on a
In
Saturday, and it would be in
beautiful town of
in a beautiful town called Tilburg.
Okay.
which you've all
Um,
heard about in the United States.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a little bit in the southern region of the Netherlands.
Okay.
And there we'll be playing with two other bands, a band called The Hearted and another band called Dowser. Those are
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went to a show in the venue not too long ago, because there were cool bands playing, and I wanted to check out what the venue was like, and it's a really cool place. So I'm really excited to get on stage there.
Yeah, for sure. And where can our listeners find your music?
We
On
are
Spotify,
Spotify.
well, YouTube with the music videos, right? Yeah,
I think
that's it.
Spotify,
Deezer.
YouTube, we're on Deezer. Well, you should follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we still have Facebook. Sorry.
Yeah.
And we're on Twitter.
We're
So
even on TikTok.
we're even on TikTok. Don't expect us to dance on there, but we'll put something every now and then on there. So yeah,
Cool.
and go check out the music videos. I think that's like something that really took up a lot of time past year, but I think we did an all right job, I think, on those
Yeah, I
those
think you did a
videos.
good job on those.
Yeah, it was really fun
Nice.
to make them, and we've met a ton of awesome people making them, and I think the response was also really cool. So yeah, everyone who is watching or listening this and has checked out the videos, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys, for doing this interview. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was really fun. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yes, you
Have a
too.
good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya.